Because people understand us. People understand you. People understand me. That's why we feel alone. I said, I can't wait till God starts sending the transvestites. I can't wait. Bring them gay people in. Yes. I can't wait. I was almost gay. I could write a book. Ooh, I was, and I could put almost and scratch the letter out, right? But I was gay, but put almost in the middle. Because Lois, everybody, my family, that these men said, I was like, you butch, Jamie. You look like a boy. You look like a man all the time. So I was like, okay. I'll never have a man because I look like a man. And since I won't ever have a man, this is how the enemy works. Since I won't ever have a man because I look like a man, because men aren't attracted to men, I'll go get a woman. And I didn't want to be with a woman. I just wanted somebody that would love me. And since you said what you said, God said, Jamie, stop accepting what stupid people say. So I went a mile further. I don't let stupid people around me. I don't want stupid people in my house. I get in my room and I get up beneath the covers and I watch my pastor's sermons. I watch essential versus non-essential. I'll tell y'all what happened. I watched essential versus non-essential, and I'm watching it and just smiling. I'm like, yes, 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 because I was waiting for something. I was waiting for the beginning. I was waiting for him to say essential, non-essential, and then start talking. And then there's this rude man that walks behind him while he's doing it, because it's a distraction. You don't walk and disturb service. But okay, some people haven't been taught normal person etiquette. You don't walk in the line of a camera. You don't do that. He didn't walk in front of him, but he walked in back of him. And it lets me know either he was just careless and stupid, or he wanted to be seen. Either way, neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. I was like, that's disrespectful to my pastor. I will kill you. Anyway, I was waiting for essential, non-essential. And he started talking, right? So I was like, yes, right? And then he got to the PSA. I told Jess about the PSA. There's a point in time where he's talking about the service, and they're reading through the book of 1 Thessalonians, and I said, that's where we're going next. After I finish Ephesians, I'm going to 1 Thessalonians. I'm going through the Bible with my pastor. That's my goal. He don't know that yet. Shh, don't tell him. Cause I'm not that smart, so it takes me a while. I got to do like 2 scriptures a day, because I go in depth. Yesterday I did 4 scriptures, and I mean, the man, I'm sorry for him. I gave him all this information for 4 scriptures. Because I cross-reference Ephesians chapter 6 with Exodus chapter 20. I mean, Lois made us memorize, and God spake all these words, saying, I'm the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of Babylon. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything in the heavens above, and the earth beneath, or the waters under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord thy God. You ever sure us memorize the 10 Commandments? Me, memorize the 10 Commandments. Still don't know what visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon the children to the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me, show mercy. Still don't know what that means. Visiting the iniquities. I know iniquity is a bad word. I don't want to visit it. I don't even want to move to the house next to it. I don't want to be his neighbor. Visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon. That's how I used to think when I was little. Because you make me memorize it, but you don't tell me what it means. So I cross-reference certain things. What God told his children. But after that, I was happily in the bed and I was watching. So I got to the PSA, and he says he gives this website for his last church, right? And I was like, yes, the PSA. Now he's really about to get into it. He's about to take the devil and he's about to put him on ropes. He's gonna body rock him. Right, the devil. He's gonna get him. Okay, and then after that, maps. So I'm watching it. Stay with me. So I'm watching it, and I said, I'm noticing that I'm becoming like a kid, like a 3-year-old. So I'm like, yes, yes, yes. I'm pounding on the bed, both my fists. Yes, yes, yes. And then he's up there talking, and I'm like, maps. And the maps still didn't come. I said, maps. So he been like, and I felt like Holy Spirit was like, Jamie, this is not interactive. You cannot make him eat an apple. This is like 10, 15 years ago. I'm sitting there like, maps. I didn't care. I wanted maps. So it occurred to me as I watched the PSA for the 4th time and screamed maps at the phone and started to actually pick the phone up and throw it across the room. It occurred to me that this may not be the map one. Right? And so I'm thinking to myself, I was like, I wish there were maps. Where are the maps? Because I said, I'm going to tell him whatever ones he wants to show, because the last sermon that he did with maps in it, I did not pay attention. And he knows why, but it was a really stupid reason. So I'm hoping that forever and ever, every sermon he does, he has maps. Because here's the thing, when he's talking about Thessalonica, right, with these maps, I keep trying to read the words as he's speaking, and the names of the towns are now familiar to me, right? So he said Istanbul, and I start thinking, was it Long Time Gone of Constantinople? You remember that song? So every time he says Istanbul, I think Constantinople. You know, but I think I see Abraham in my head, and I think Constantinople. You remember that song? You remember that song? So I finally got up the I won't say track, but it's not a track. I finally got the sermon with the maps. I don't remember the name of it. I still don't. I remember the name of essential versus non-essential, right? Essential, non-essential. And he starts talking, and then there goes that man walking behind him, and I want to slap him. So I'm like, but then we come over to this one, and I mixed the two. Because I'm banging on the phone, maps. I really would have started, I'd say, wait a minute, how old am I? 4 years old? Holy Spirit was like, Jamie, you cannot make him eat an apple. This is not interactive. He will not do what you say. Just because you're saying maps, it's not like going to take a map out and put him be like, Jamie, here. Even if he did, that's scary, because it's like 15 years ago. He don't got a map. He ain't got no maps. But I don't care. I want to take Google Maps out. I want to take a Siri. Something, I want to bring a map. And something told me, Jamie, just change the channel. I started thinking about this particular, it's not a parable per se with a parable. It starts off with a parable. But he says, and he said to them, to you, it has been given to know the mystery of the kingdom of God, but to those who are outside, all things come in parables. In that, seeing they may not perceive. Remember we read that in the beginning, right? So while I'm looking for, I wasn't essential versus non-essential. I really just wanted to hear him say that. I really want to hear that in his inflection, in his voice. I want to hear him say it. Say it. You're my shepherd. Just say it. Say it like that. I'm going to sheep food. This is my sheep food. You my shepherd. This is my sheep food. Just say it. I want to eat some sheep food. What's that? Ye food. That was the name of that was the name of the worst Chinese restaurant that was, and it was open all the time. When we got home from Johnny Rockets, it was the only one open, and we swore they served cats. We swore they served cats. Ye food. But I didn't care. I just got the rice. I didn't like the soy sauce. Soy sauce is too spicy. It's too salty spicy, right? Still don't like soy sauce. I like Szechuan because it's spicy. But it's the right type of spicy, right? Anywho, so they're like, ye food. I need sheep food. Sheep food. I sat in my bed and I caught myself because I'm actually watching this thing because I waited. I fell asleep yesterday afternoon. I may have had a seizure. I don't know. But I fell asleep and afternoon when I fall asleep, it's usually because I have a seizure. I can't pick myself up. So I literally lay down on my bed and get comfortable because if I seize, I'm going to be pretty. I have pretty seizures. I don't have ugly ones. So neither here nor there. Right? So I got in the bed and I'm banging on the thing. Maps. Usually after I take my medicine, I don't have that much energy. Usually after I get in the bed, I got my long nightgown on, that I have to literally, when I walk, I have to take my hands and pick it up and carry it to get to the bathroom. Because I want to be dressed like a little house on the prairie when I go to bed. I have a little pink bow in the front of it, and it's tied. It's in purple and mint green. I need to get more nightgowns. They are very expensive, at least the ones I want. But I'm in my purple nightgown, and I'm on the bed, and I'm, maps. God said it's a mystery. God said it's all a mystery, right? If you read maps or you like maps and that's how you learn, get the map, right? Because I get so much out of it. The thing is, I don't really do too well learning with maps when I first see the sermon because I want to hear the word. But now if I'm listening to the word, I feel like I'm missing a map. And the map is awesome, not awful, right? The map is awesome. I told Miss Andrea, I said that was the best sermon I've ever heard. I was like, I looked at her face, I was like, tell him I said that sermon was awesome. And see, she looked away, I was like, no, I'm not done. Not awful. It wasn't awful, it was awesome. And I wanted to look at her face like that, I wanted to scare her. So she remembered. It's the same man. I got home and I said, maps. I mean, it was like I was 4 years old. I want to yank on his sleeve. Maps. We do it Because they are shepherds and we are sheep, and so we want certain food from them. David Lewis, I want to tell David Lewis, but David Lewis is diabolical. I want to tell David Lewis, could you sing that song? I mean, I don't know. I don't care if you don't sing the song. If you don't have to sing the song if you don't want to, but so you don't have to sing the song if you don't want to. I was just saying, like, some people might like it if you sing the song, but some people might not like it if you do sing the song. So you don't have to sing the song if you don't want to. But I just want to suggest, I'm gonna make a suggestion that you sing that song. From my heart to the heavens, Jesus be the center. It's all about you. Yes, it's all about you. I told you about my shower songs. I made that a shower song. From my heart to the heavens, Jesus be my center. It's all about you. It ain't about my hair. Oh, I want to go to him and tell him to sing that song. But David Lewis is diabolical. If I tell him to sing that song, he won't sing it for the next year and a half. I get on my nerves. So he's smart. He's a smart person. So I don't mess with him. I leave him alone. But so I want things my way. I'm controlling. So I want David Lewis to sing that song, and then I want Max. And then, and when I pray for you gotta be careful, because I love Max so much. Now when I think about my pastor's sermon on Sunday, I think Max. But if he doesn't have Max on Sunday, because I love the sermon where he had Max. So if he doesn't have Max, am I not going to be able to enjoy the food? Will I have two bowls in front of me, and one will have sheep food, and one of them will have ye food. Remember NJIT, right? 2 o'clock in the morning, getting home from work, right? Johnny Rockets, you sick of burgers, because that's all they serve at Johnny Rockets, right? So you want to get home and eat some real food, but this not really isn't real food. This is kind of like chicken wings and rice, but you just want something. So you come home, right? You got sheep food and ye food, and then you come to a consensus where you want from my heart to the heavens, Jesus be the center. It's all about you. Yes, it's all about you. And then all of a sudden you get to the sermon and you're like, yes. If I've got that song, surely God heard my prayer. Surely God will do it the way I want to do it. Surely God will let the sermon come forth the way I want it to come forth. And then when he starts to preach a sermon, help me, Lord Jesus. Pastor David will walk up those steps, 4 steps, walk up those steps, don't, get to the top of there, and there will be no maps for you. So it's ye food, sheep food, no maps for you. No maps for you, right? From my heart to the heavens. Some people stop paying attention to the sermon, right? And they start because they feel like they are not being reached intellectually. They don't know the way I like to learn, right? The mysteries of God have been given to me too, but they don't know the way I like to learn. So what these people start to do is they stop paying attention to what's being taught to them, and what they start to do is they eat other people's food. They eat their sheep food. You turn your head and eat your food, and after all the food is gone, what they will do then is they'll start talking during the service and making hair recommendations. Maps. I started making demands on him, and you could tell. I mean, it can't be 15 years ago. It has to be. It definitely was 2020. It's July. I think the date was July 7, 2020. And the reason being that I know off the top of my head is because there was a quote that he made that I've been trying to catch for the past 4 months and write down. So I finally caught the quote yesterday, and I put his name on it to make sure that I didn't take the quote for myself, right? And his name and the date, July 7th, 2020. During COVID, he was up there, right, preaching, right, with maps, right, the map that I wanted to see. And just because it's 2023 now, it's just 3 years later, just like Jesus' ministry, right? 1, 2, 3. I still don't have the complete understanding of what was going on in that map, because about Istanbul, Constantinople, I'm a long time going to Constantinople. Y'all remember that song? Constantinople, that's all I knew. I don't know the words, because I think that was in Hebrew. She can't prove Hebrews, right there. That was the words. It was in the Hebrews words. Istanbul to Constantinople. I'm a long time going to Constantinople. And then Pastor Randy said it. He said these people, Istanbul was Turkey. And he said it's highly likely, right? I think it's Iran was involved in that. But it's highly likely that Abraham, right, was living in Iran. I said, how? How could he be living in Iran? Iran? Because I could run Iran if you ask me. I don't think it's that hard, right? I could run Iran. I found myself running from Iran. We found ourselves running from Iran. Why? Because we don't like what they got on their rack. Iraq, they got something on their rack. So because we don't like what they got on their rack, so we run from Iran because they ran Iran. They run us. I said I like the maps, and I really only like the maps with Pastor David preaching. When Pastor Randy did maps, I'm like, oh, what is this? Stop. Stop. Couldn't stand it. When he's preached, I want to see pictures. So the last main picture I remember seeing before he stepped down, right, was the donkey. The donkey was so cute, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's precious, just like me. The eyes like me, its nose like me, and it carried a whole bunch of stuff, just like me. The donkey's like me. It gave us an idea of what understanding meant. If you have understanding, right, when you come under your leader and come subject to what he's teaching, Jesus says, seeing they may not perceive, and hearing they may hear and not understand. He gave a picture of a donkey with things on its back, and the donkey was walking towards the screen. It was absolutely adorable in this big field with greenery and just butterflies, whatever. Absolutely adorable. I was like, aw, that's me. Jamie realized that's a donkey. Yes, but it's a cute donkey like me. That's me. If I was a donkey, that would be me. That's me. Because I'm cute. That's me. The picture of the donkey carrying the things on his back, it wasn't like a big load, but the picture was to show what we should do, right? And why the donkey is chosen above the animal and every other animal, right? In the Bible, it just seems that everywhere you look, there's a donkey involved in it. I told Pastor Tim, he's like, really? I'm talking Pastor Tim Harvey. He said, really? I said, look, Abraham was going up Mount Moriah. It's a picture of Calvary, right? So just as Jesus walked to Calvary or rode his way into the city that would take him to Calvary, Abraham and Isaac went up Calvary, right, or out Mount Moriah with what? They went with fire in their pocket, his staff, right, and a donkey, right, and the sticks that he would have to be sacrificed on. Just as Jesus carried his load, right, of wood with the donkey, so did Isaac load with the donkey and his father, like Father God, right? So it's a picture, right? Abraham thought when he sent Ishmael away, he got rid of the wild donkey, but the wild donkey was walking alongside him the entire time. Just because I'm not wild, or what you think wild means right now, does not mean I have not been here with you. You thought you got rid of me, but I am still here with you, alongside of you. Travel with me on down to the old prophet and the new prophet. The old prophet came into town with a donkey, sitting on the donkey, riding it, sent in by God to do a specific job, told by God specifically not to stop or go inside and eat in anybody's house. You're not supposed to. I want to talk to anybody, but I would put on headphones. But don't go inside nobody's house and don't eat inside nobody's house. Old prophet got off. The Bible calls him old prophet. Old prophet got off because new prophet came outside and said, I heard you was coming, right? Because God sent me a message. He lied. New prophet lied. I heard you was coming. Come on inside and eat. God told me to tell you to eat. The old prophet said, no, I was told not to do that. I was told not to sit with nobody. He said, well, God sent me a message and told me to tell you to do it. Old prophet went in, sat down. New prophet, they're sitting down eating dinner. It's a little bit later that day. A new prophet screams and tells the old prophet what he saw. And the old prophet said, I accept it because of the fact that I was told not to do this. He got up the next morning, started loading his donkey, left the house, and check this out. Who killed him? He left the house and we got on the donkey. He started riding it. The lion came across the street, tore him apart, and the donkey and the lion sat next to each other in the road. When have you known to be have a donkey and a lion at peace like that? Obviously, it was the Lion of Judah. Jesus killed that old prophet, tore him up, because you're a seer and you cannot see. You think he playing? Seeing, they may see and not perceive. You think he playing? Travel with me to the Shunammite woman. She said, she gets her son dies of a heat stroke. Let's just skip down a couple of lines. I haven't opened up the Bible for these, so if you want to read them, you kind of like check in your concordance or Google them. But Shunammite woman is in her house. He's outside. The baby's outside with the father playing. He says, my old father, my head. So the father said, take him to his mother. Now I don't know if I say old father, my head, if I would want to. If my son said, old father, my head, if I want a servant taking him, my son, to his mother. I'll try to do something about it, but even I couldn't do something about it, right? I would be the one to take him to his mother. I would be the one to help the mother work on him. But the father stayed out in the field. The servant brought the son to the mother. The mother sat the son on her lap until noon that day when he died. Here's the thing: you want to see evening and noon type situation. He died at noon. She put him in his room, right? Closed the door. Saddled the donkey, which I've never understood people saddling a donkey. Saddled the donkey and rode, right? She told her servant, she said, slack not thy rod unless I bid thee. Basically, don't even slow down unless I tell you to. And she rode that donkey to meet the man of God. Now, going on down to Jesus, there were three instances in the Bible where we see donkeys going on down to Jesus to meet the colt that was tied before the foundation of the world. That colt was tied for him, right? It was prophesied by Isaiah, right? That colt would be there. We always get confused when we say, how could they prophesy about it? Because of the fact that colt was tied there. That colt was tied there before the foundation of the world. We're talking millions of years. That colt was tied there. That colt was tied there because that colt was tied there to make way for the master to ride into Jerusalem the way that he was supposed to ride. He could not walk into Jerusalem. He had to ride into Jerusalem on that donkey. Because that's true, that colt in its purpose, you can't tell me I'm not ready. I'm a donkey and I'm ready. Just call me a donkey from Shrek. Donkey is ratchet and he's loud and abrasive. And that's why people love him. Now, I'm not saying that's why people love me. I think people love me because I have God in me. But if I'm not your taste, right? If you're looking for a ye food and I'm sheep food, walk on, bro. The way is always there. So you get right back on the way and starve. Either way, bread is being broken. If you're hungry, this is the bread that we're breaking. If you want some bread, get this bread or starve. That's what I stand with it. You got ye food or sheep food, right? But that donkey was put there before the foundations of the world. That's why Jesus told them, he said, go out there. There's going to be a man standing there. Tell him that you need this donkey for the master. And they did that. And everything worked out according to plan because of the fact that they were not talking to people that were interested in Jesus' hair.